Elle here. So today we're going to go over the new Kat Von D Alchemist palette. This was just released today on the Sephora website for VIBs. It is going to be in the Sephora website for everyone on December 22nd and in Sephora stores on January 5th, I believe. I actually ended up getting this the other day because my Sephora store actually had it in the back and they just ended up getting it for me. So if you do the locate in store option on the Sephora site, you might get lucky and you might be able to get it without having to order it. So I'm going to go over it today, and I've been using it for the past few days, and I also just wanted to go over some dupes with you and then also give you my final thoughts on this palette. So first of all, I mean, it's beautiful. This is like a holographic A. I'm not sure how well the holograph is showing up on camera, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's rather small. I can fit it in the palm of my hand. You open it up, there is a mirror like so, and then it has the 4 shades. Basically, emerald, sapphire, amethyst, and opal, which translate to green, blue, ultraviolet, and pink. So we're looking at these even as highlighters or eyeshadows, and this isn't anything that we haven't seen become really popular in the past year, 2 years or so. So when she said that she was working on this for 7 years, I was kind of like, okay girl, like whatever. Maybe she was working on the formula for 7 years, but if she was working on these exact shades for 7 years, she needs to go holler at someone because someone broke into her lab and they got her. So but anyway, so they're very, very pretty. They're duochrome. You see they're almost white shift, not quite. They actually have the color of the actual highlighter, but they look fairly white or light in the pan, and then when you put them on your skin, they get much more vibrant. So see, let's see, this is ultraviolet. This is my favorite. Out of all the highlighters I get, I tend to lean towards the more purple ones the most, or like the purplish blue ones, because I just find them gorgeous. Then we have opal, and this is the pink one, so it looks like that. And I'm just gonna have to wipe this on my arm because I forgot to bring a paper towel. Okay, so then this is green. Outside of purple highlighters, I tend to get green ones too because I feel like it's just like super, super mermaidy. And then we have blue. Blue's the one I get like the least, just because I don't know. I don't know why I would want a blue highlighter that much. Even though this one's really pretty. I actually like this one more than some of the other ones I've gotten in the past. So I'm gonna post another close up of these up here, but this is pretty much how they look. So the formula, it's fairly powdery. I've used it on my lips as a highlighter, as an eyeshadow, to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. And I will say that I really didn't like it as an eyeshadow because I thought it was a little bit, I was getting a lot of fallout with that, just using an eyeshadow brush. Like as you can see on my pan, there's already some fallout and dusting from using it. I did like it with my fan brush or just using my finger and putting it on my lips. It feels pretty delicate. I can see the pink one is kind of already like breaking in the corners a little bit. So even though I feel like the price of this, since it's $32 and it's pretty small, in comparison to the Moonchild palette, you get a lot more bang for your buck with Moonchild. If you go on Stephanie Nicole's Instagram, she did like a whole breakdown that I'm not going to go through, but she definitely broke it down. So yeah, so just because you have a mirror with this one, like I would think it's better for travel, but I also think that this is pretty delicate, so I wouldn't want to be like throwing it around in my luggage, and I would have to make sure that I wasn't damaging it. So I would have to carry it like in a carry-on, like wrap it in a sweater or something like that. But I do think this is good when you're traveling, if you really love duochrome highlighters, because most of the ones that I have are their own compacts, and this way I can just take them all like together and not have to worry about it. But I mean, the formula's fine. I think the holograph effect on the highlighters is beautiful. Is it anything new that I haven't seen before? No. So I'm not like super excited about it, but I was gonna get it anyway just because I have this obsession with anything that is like sparkly in my life. So, and these are like my favorite types of highlighters. And the reason why I wanted to dupe this is because Moonchild is one of my other favorite palettes, and since it's limited edition, I think they took it down off their site. So I knew it was limited, so I had already started looking for dupes to Moonchild, and a lot of these are pretty similar. So I can just show you guys what I am going to compare it to. So the first one, Opal, the pink shade, is pretty much a dead ringer for Makeup Revolution's Ultra Strobe Balm in Euphoria. And I have this, and even though this is a cream rather than a liquid. So this is like $10. I got this from Ulta, and it works pretty well. Because it's a cream, you may have to do a little bit more layering or use a primer before you get like a really good coating of it. But it's very, very nice. There it is. I don't know if you can see that. It should be in the picture. But that is the one that's closest to Opal. Once you get the coating on this, this might be a little more vibrant than Opal, but it's pretty much a dead ringer for it. And that is one of my faves. The second one I have a dupe for is the Amethyst color, which is the ultraviolet one. This is Cloud 9 from Be Elegant Cosmetics, and you look at it and you think it's blue. I mean it is blue, but when it goes on your skin, it definitely tends to shift more purple rather than just a blue. So this is actually a dupe, the closest that I found for Purple Horseshoe in Moonchild, and that is my favorite shade out of that whole entire palette. So it looks like this. And yeah, and I love the formula. Be Elegant has some of the best highlighters I've tried, especially for an indie brand, and I'm in love with them so much. The third one I have, NineThreeBeauty. So this is limited edition, but this is their Pumpkin Glow highlighter, which is this beautiful green duochrome shift mixed with an orange. And I've never really seen like an iridescent orange highlighter, so that's why I bought this in the first place. But this is also a ringer for the emerald green shade in the palette. So you look at that, and it's beautiful. You can't really, I don't think you can get this anymore. I know that they temporarily bring back some shades if they aren't available or they were limited edition. But if you can't get this one, JD Glow's Pistachio, even though I will admit I do not like this formula as much, but this will do if you are looking for that kind of greenish, goldish shade. This one is a lot creamier, so I always have to rub it in more. But it's still very nice. I like it. But I will say, in terms of formula, I do prefer NineThreeBeauty's formula a little bit better, but this is still nice, and this will also work for that. And then this one is also, the emerald is pretty much the same shade as Lucky Clover in Moonchild. So comparing Moonchild and Alchemist together, if you look at this, Moonchild is 6 shades, and I think this is what, 40 bucks? And these are 0.15 ounces each. And with Alchemist, they are 0.05 ounces each. So you get 4 shades for $32. So it's a pretty big difference. But like I said, it does have the mirror, and I really think you're paying for this like packaging more than anything. A lot of people have speculated that she's going to come out with more because it's a triangle and maybe they can fit together. I have no idea. I just know that they're pretty. But in terms of just buying the palette again, or overall what I think of it, I would give it like a 3 out of 5, just because the shades are gorgeous. Obviously, there's no denying that, but it's nothing new. And there was so much buildup to this. There was like so much anticipation, and it was just like, okay, like that's it, all right. And then if you read the description on the Sephora website, you would think that these like highlighters were absolutely amazing, like the second coming, and the formula is fine, but it's nothing to write home about. So I'm kind of just like, whatever. It's still gorgeous though, so if you are not like me and you already don't have all of these like highlighter colors, or you just want them in a palette, I would definitely say check this out. Otherwise, save your money. If you only have a couple of the shades that you want, go ahead and purchase those instead. You know, it's because, like I said, my favorite ones are the ultraviolet ones and the purple ones, so I can just buy them on my own. Anyway, yeah, if you have any questions about this review, please leave them in the comments. And I'm going to leave all of the details about these other highlighters that I mentioned in the comments, where to get them and how much they are as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.